intentional.
1 2 1 2.
Never failing out things.
All things are working for my good.
'Cause he's intentional.
He's intentional.
2 1 2.
Hey, and you never failing.
Never failing.
All things are working for my good.
My good.
He's intentional.
He's intentional.
Never failing.
Never failing.
All things are working.
Things are working
Hey,
for my
that
good.
all things are working for my good. Yes, they are here.
My good.
All things are working for my good.
Things are working for my good.
All things are working for my good. Here's why.
For my good.
'Cause he's intentional.
He's intentional.
That's it. So he's intentional.
He's intentional.
He's never failing. Thank you, God. 'Cause he's intentional.
He's intentional.
Never failing. Say that all things are working for my good. Yes, they are. He's intentional. Yeah, never failing. Sing that out, say all
Things are working for my good.
'cause he's intentional.
He's intentional.
Hey, and he's never failing.
Never failing.
All things are working for my good. Hey, all things are working for my good.
Things are working for my
That
good.
all things are working for my good.
Things are working for my good.
All things are working for my good.
Things are working for my good.
All right, hands up, say, we can smile 'cause we know it's working. And the pain, I know it's working for my good. I know it's working for my good. This my part. I don't have to worry 'cause it's working for me. Yeah, it's working for me. And I believe it's working for me. I can smile again and I don't have to worry 'cause it's working for me. Yeah, it's working for me. Yeah, it's working for me. Come on, sing that out, say that I don't have to worry 'cause it's working for me. Working for me.
It's working for me.
And I can hold my head up.
It's working
Hey,
for me.
get your confidence back. Think I don't have to worry. It's working for me. Hey, my faith is rising now.
It's working for me.
And although I can't see how,
It's working for me.
I know that he's intentional.
He's intentional.
Yes, he is.
He's intentional.
He's been doing it for a long time.
He's intentional.
He's been doing it for a long time.
He's
Hey,
intentional.
and I can give him my truth now. 'Cause
He's intentional.
I can give him my praise now. 'Cause
He's
hey,
intentional.
he's intentional. And he's never failing.
Yes, God. Ooh, yes. Oh, Lord, 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 Lord.
1 2 test.
Oh, Lord, yes.
Just in 1.
Was so empty. I needed someone who could take away the emptiness inside. I'll turn away when friends would tell me I should come to you and surrender all my life. But life was reckless till I obeyed them and find a church that I could go to set me free. It was at the altar I cried, Lord, save me.
Testing
I
2.
felt the burden slowly lifting off my life. My life was lost without you. Every time I think I'm better, I get worse. Oh, dear Jesus, I need your help, Lord. Don't you ever turn away and let me fall. All I have is only you, Lord. Every friend I look to always let me down. I remember you promised to never leave me. I'm depending on you, Lord, to hear my call. Lord, I love you. Lord, I need you. Lord, I need you in the middle of the night. Oh, I was lost without you. Now you never leave me. You're the one to fix the things that are not right. Sometimes I cry for your help when I have temptation hovering at my door. Oh, I wonder, where are you, Lord? When the devil seemed to knock me on the floor. Now I see, Lord, I got the victory.
Audio check 1, 2.
I overcome because you came to rescue me. All I needed, Lord, was to call you. And you ran and came to set me free. Oh, Lord, I
Gracias, Jesús.
Watch me! From Jamaica to the Caribbean, from Spain to Colombia, from Canada to the US, Uganda. Wow! You're my creator, Lord, you know my times, seasons of breakthrough, my seasons of trial. So I will seek you, and you I will find. You're my strong tower, in you I will hide. Help me now. You make me stronger. Oh, come on. Say, you
My help comes from the Lord who made heaven and earth. He also said, cause me to know thy way where I should walk, because I lift my soul unto you. So it's a great way to start this morning. It is a good day. It's the day that the Lord has made, and we will be glad and we will rejoice in it. Great. So we are off to a good start, and to get the business side of things rolling, we have, ladies and gentlemen, our first speaker this morning, who is from across the island. She's from what they call the Garden Parish of St. Anne. And I heard that the Spanish call it Santa Ana, means that a garden parish because of its natural beauty. And it's only fitting that this lady should come from such a parish. Christine Williams is a UWI certified marketer who entered the life insurance industry with Chancellor Insurance Agency 8 years ago. From the word go, from the very start, she was a top producer, being Chancellor's Rookie of the Year 2017. She has been a repeated qualifier of the $1 Million Roundtable, Century Club, and the Sagicor High Flyers. Christine's manager, it's good to ask about them, ask the manager, they know about you. Her manager describes her as hardworking, God-fearing, very caring, and always willing to participate. Her philosophy is that perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence. I love that. Perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, to speak to us on pursuing your purpose and determination, I present to you from the beautiful parish, Christine Williams.
Thank you, Mr. Bennett, for that introduction. I appreciate your warm welcome. CEO and President, Mr. Donovan Brown. Vice President, Mrs. Venice Van Riel. Assistant Vice President, Miss Nikisha Burke. Assistant Vice President, Miss Andrea Taylor. HR Manager, Miss Yvette Mercado. Jive for President, Miss Shirley Daly. Branch managers, unit managers, esteemed colleagues, the entire Chancellor team, pleasant morning. Might I add that my favorite Bible verse or psalm is, I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills. And I had planned to open with that this morning. And look at it. Lift. Steve Jobs once said, and I quote, "If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle. As with all matters of the heart, you'll know when you find it. And like any great relationship, it gets better and better as the years roll on," end quote. My name is Christine Williams. I'm honored to speak to you about pursuing your purpose with determination. As someone who has faced and overcome significant challenges, I'm passionate about sharing my insights to empower you. My purpose today is to show you that with determination and resilience can transform all obstacles into catalysts for growth. Let me share my story with you. I used to work at a wine bar in Ocho Rios. One day my colleague Mrs. Jodian Brown Moore, was passing by. I hadn't seen her in a while, so she stopped, and we were there talking. And she said to me, "You don't want to come sell some insurance?" And I looked at her and said, "Me sell insurance?" I was wondering if she had gone mad. However, I told her, okay. She said, "All right, I'm going to speak to my manager for you." The next day, she called and said, "Listen out, I talked to my manager, so she's going to call you." I got the call from Mrs. Rachel Onigan Baldy, my lovely manager. She scheduled an interview. When I met her, she was so down to earth, pleasant, and made me feel very comfortable. I felt like I'd known her for years. The interview went well, and there was the second interview, the panel interview at our head office. I was very apprehensive, but to my surprise, it wasn't so bad because they were very nice people. During the interview, one of the panelists asked me, "How much is it that I am getting paid at my current job?" And when I told him, he asked me, "Why are you still there?" He said the salary that I am getting is 1 month premium for him. I was flabbergasted. On my way back home, I kept replaying in my head what the interviewer had said to me. I was doubtful, but I said to myself, "You have to take a chance," and so I did. When I went back, I handed in my resignation. Today I'm very happy I made that decision, which turns out to be one of the best decisions of my life. Hence, my journey at Chancellor Insurance Agency Limited started. I had no experience selling life insurance, but I came into this job very hungry. Coming from a job where my salary was so low, I could hardly pay my bills, and I had my son to provide for. At this point, I knew there was no turning back. For me, I took a risk and I ventured out in hustle mode. I needed money. As I said before, I was hungry, literally. I had this sense of urgency about me because I wanted better for me and my family. I resigned my previous job, not knowing what the outcome of this new job would be. I started classes. When it was time for exams, I said to myself, "You have to pass this exam on the first attempt because guess what? You have no money to go back and resit." So I studied, and I thank God I was successful in both the OLT and the equity exams. Then I went on to pre-contract. And can I tell you about the grace of God? I got those 20 cases that were required of me so fast, within 4 weeks. And the time allotted was 6 weeks. November 1st, 2016, I was contracted. There followed early mornings, sleepless nights, even at 11 p.m. I'm on the phone with my manager. I can remember saying to myself, so this woman going to run me off our phone one night. But thank God, she never did. She's always there for me and continues to push me to be my best self. With that said, my first year in the business was very hard. However, I came out victorious. I was the Rookie of the Year. So you see that this hunger has helped me to succeed. I was third in the company. I made MDRT, my first year in the business, Century Club, Sagicor iFlyer, and not to mention that bonus. When I saw the money, I said, thank God, who could it be but you? Confucius once said, and I quote, choose a job you love and you will never work a day in your life, end quote. This job can be very rewarding, but you have to possess the drive and determination. You have to stay hungry to execute in order to be successful. What I love about this job is that I write my own paychecks. The time is very flexible, but you have to manage it well. The pandemic has shown me that I've chosen the right career path. When I look back at the number of unemployed persons and I was still able to work and get paid, it made me appreciate my job even more. On the other hand, selling life insurance isn't just about sunshine and rainbows. There were days when I felt down and things weren't working according to plan. Many times I felt like quitting. 2018, I felt like giving up. My conservation started going down. What made it worse, I received a paycheck one month that I'm ashamed to say the amount. And if you, Mr. Brown would tell you that Christine loved money. Can you imagine how that made me feel? And I said to myself, this will never happen to me again. I barely made it to the top 10 in 2018. I made Century Club, but unfortunately, I didn't make MDRT. That was one of the roughest years in the business for me. On top of that, I was trying to cope with personal matters which really affected me negatively. Even in the face of adversity, I refocused, took some time and did some self-introspection to become the best version of myself, to overcome self-doubt and build confidence, to develop resilience and perseverance, to achieve personal freedom and independence, to cultivate a growth mindset, to earn financial stability and security, and to make a meaningful impact in this industry. 2019 is going to be different, I told myself, because there's a lot of goals that I have to achieve, and I must achieve them by the grace of God. I did achieve them all. But first, by fixing my conservation, one of my biggest problems was that I wrote a lot of pre-authorized payment cases, POP. And like the word said, pops, it pops you down. My manager observed this and stopped taking those cases from me. So I had no choice but to venture out into salary deduction organizations. Today, I don't even walk with a POP form in my folder. 2019, I moved from 10th place to 5th in the company. Made Century Club. I qualified for MDRT. I needed a new car. I was able to buy it. Napoleon Hill said, and I quote, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve," end quote. I made some big plans before the pandemic started, and I decided I wasn't going to let COVID-19 disrupt all those goals that I had set out to achieve. Goals so big they scare me. So I evaluated the situation. The bills still had to be paid, and I had to provide for my son just the same. That's when it dawned upon me that I could not sit at home. I had to keep going. I cannot sell life insurance over the phone, so I had to take some risk, and so I did. I started navigating through the pandemic. I would listen to the news which parishes had fewer cases, and then I'll work those parishes. I wore my mask. I sanitize frequently, and I follow the safety protocols. Might I had. Through all that, I never contracted COVID-19. Oh, Lord. My family had been a tower of strength for me during that time. My son, who is my greatest motivation, he said to me when the pandemic started, "Mommy, this is the worst here." And I said to him, while I agree it is for most people, I can't say the same for us. And I was extremely grateful for that. You know what? 2020, the year of plenty, has been the best year of my career. And I said career because I no longer see selling life insurance as just a job, but as a career. I was able to purchase my first home during a pandemic. That is to say, with hard work and determination, we can accomplish anything we set out to do. Fast forward to 2024, I'm persevering, pursuing my purpose, achieving goals, building confidence within myself, learning from failures, and cultivating mental toughness. Fall 7 times, stand up 8. Japanese proverb. I adjure you, colleagues. Do not allow distractions to become excuses for low productivity. You must possess a fighting spirit. Most importantly, you have to see rejections as stepping stones to acquire success. And on your journey to success, put God first. Remain humble. Ignore and stay away from negative people. Surround yourself with positive people. You have the power to choose. Choose to pursue your purpose with determination. Choose to rise above obstacles. Choose to make a difference. Remember, determination is not a trait, it's a decision. It's a decision to keep going even when the road ahead seems uncertain. So I want to leave with you 3 key takeaways. Clarify your purpose. What gets you out of bed in the morning? Focus on progress, not perfection. Every step forward is a step closer to your goal. Surround yourself with people who you believe in. Build a support network. Build a support network that will lift you up. You are unstoppable, colleagues. You have the power to achieve greatness. Don't let fear hold you back. Don't let doubt creep in. You are capable of more than you think. You are stronger than you know. Recognize positives. Celebrate your success. No matter how small, celebrate them. Challenge negative beliefs. Identify negative beliefs about yourselves and challenge them. You can write them down. Evidence that challenges negative beliefs and positive things about yourselves. Talk yourself up. Treat yourself like you are talking to your best friend. Take care of yourself. Keep your promises. Move in ways that feels good and stay true to your values. Set realistic expectations. Know your strengths and weaknesses and have a positive view on yourself. A famous American football coach, Vince Lombardi, once said, and I quote, "Perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence." End quote. Ever since my journey began at Chancellor Insurance Agency, I've been chasing perfection. Still haven't caught it, but I'm definitely catching success. I thank you.
Very innovative. Put your hands together for her once more. And I believe that there are some persons here who your spirit has been lifted by listening to her presentation. Yes, she would have listed some key points and some keynotes to us. Remain humble. Sometimes, when we become successful, we kind of have a little hype and pride, and, our little friends that we used to know in the community can't call to us again. Because we make it now, we arrive. But we must remain humble in this business. She also encouraged us to surround ourselves with positive people. Surround ourselves with positive people and have persons who believe in us and persons who see us making it. She also encouraged us to focus on progress and not perfection. And so today we are really encouraged and we're lifted to perform for the rest of the year. All right? Come on, put your hands together for her once more. Now, quick fingers for those persons who has a Digicel phone. *121*. Yes, I know the prepaid people, them just ball out, say yes, prepaid. But for those persons who need some credit on your phone, *121* 4001 4079 392. It's quick fingers. If you get it, let me know. You got it? All right, give it up for her. Somebody got it. That's right. All right. We want to pause to also welcome the persons that are streaming live. Those persons from the different branches, Montego Bay, Ocho Rios, all the other Chancellor branches that are streaming live. We want to welcome you all to our lift. Montego Bay is here as well. Come on, put your hands together for them and make them feel welcome. All right. I hear the Lime people saying, what's happening to the flow credit? All right. All right, so for those persons who have flow, how do you guys do it? *121* just the same? All right, the number is 773. It's flow, so we're working with the flow. And this is the way we flow. All right. So 773 978 211 4568. Guess the last number. You got it slow, so you have to guess the last number. Anybody got it? The last number is 3. So it's, you want it again? Maybe somebody online got it, I'm not sure. Well, let me repeat the number. She got it again? She got it. All right, so going forward, you have met your quota for the year. Going forward, we can't allow you again, all right? So give somebody. Right, so for those persons who are wondering, my name is Mr. Jermaine Johnson, and I'm from the Knutsford branch. And I must say, Knutsford topped the chart for the month of September. So I'm proud to say that I'm from Knoxford. All right, so we have. All right, so I must also big up my manager just the same. My manager is. Start again? All right, so Aichi will do this part. Aichi will do this part in 20 seconds.
And the manager is no other than the queen herself, Camille Lawrence! Whoop whoop!
Give us a queen wave. Give us a queen. All right. All right. But I must say to Knoxford that the other branches are coming. So we have to. They say that's right. So we have to keep the fire burning. All right. All right. So. All right, so our second presenter is here, and I'll be doing the introduction. So Mr. Jerry Pike is on a mission to revolutionize the region and the community abroad. He does this as a financial advisor with the prestigious Sagicor Live Jamaica, where he has been practicing for over 6 years. He has served as chapter chair of the Jamaica Association of Insurance and Financial Advisor, JIFA, and continues to support the association through their many ventures. Jerry is the holder of a bachelor's degree in actuarial science, a MDRT qualifier since 2020, and a proud FSCP graduate. He is the Caribbean Association of Insurance Financial Advisor JIFA 2023 Speaker, Forum Champion, and a Quality Award recipient. Above his academic and professional accolades, he has an infectious passion for the development of others and the community at large. Jerry owes much of his personal development to his service in the life insurance industry, and as such flies the flag of the profession with great pride. In his downtime, he enjoys reading, going to the gym, playing tennis, and spending quality time with his family. His philosophy is, the value of your life is a measure of the quality of your relationship. Put your hands together and make welcome Mr. Jerry Pike.
Good morning. Thank you, Mr. Master of Ceremonies. This gentleman sounds like he needs to be on TV. He's already on TV? Boy, I was sitting there and I was listening to the introduction, and if I wasn't present, I probably wouldn't believe what I was hearing. But thank you nonetheless for such a wonderful introduction. And I want to also thank you for the invitation to share with this wonderful team in such a momentous occasion. So, I feel like my job has been made at least 50% easier so far, because from I walked in the room, there was this energy, and I said, yes, I am at the right place. However, as was said in my introduction, I'm with Sagicor, and I have to be careful how excited I get about being a chancellor. Because the other day, about 2 weeks ago, right, Christine? Mrs. Nicola Simmons-Gordon from the Ocho branch, she invited me to give a presentation on conservation. And when I went back into my branch, my manager said, Boy, you better be careful, you know, man. I recruit Mr. Man's want to recruit you, you know. So you know what I did? I made sure not to tell him anything about this invitation today. So be sure to keep it a secret. Right. But but I want to highlight before I begin, because when I saw the introduction and I saw the title of the seminar, Lift, I said, wow, the person who came up with this idea deserves a pay lift. So I'm not going to ask who, but I'm making a recommendation, right? But I mentioned Mrs. Simmons Gordon earlier, and I have to pay special respect to her because I am standing on this stage today because of her. And I say that because I can remember where this journey started for me in the industry in terms of doing talks like this. And it was as a result of my service in Jaifa as chapter chair. And I can tell you, and I can talk anywhere, that Mrs. Gordon was the most supportive manager from the Northern chapter. And I like to give examples when I speak. I can remember my first presentation that I had in terms of a chapter meeting. I couldn't even get a projector from my own branch. And when I called Mrs. Gordon, she said, "What are you talking about? Come on." And she made sure that I had the tools that I needed. Right. She told me she would be online. So thank you publicly. Thank you. Is Mrs. Fenton in here? She's online. I have to make mention of her as well. She's not hearing? Okay. Mrs. Fenton, how am I sounding now? I think I'm doing much better. But I also have to big up Mrs. Fenton. Firstly, as Secretary General, because I can remember last year when the idea of me entering the speaker forum came up, she was the one that presented the idea, and immediately I could feel my heart dropping through my chest. Because what? I knew that this is something that I should pursue. And I pursued it, and I believed, and I won that championship. And that's something that will forever be with me, because it's one of those, I would say, important points in my development which proved to me that I belong with the best. So for those who didn't hear, I heard which is with Chancellor. But of course, on the same subject of acknowledgement, I could not come in this room and face this wonderful lady in the form of Miss Shirley Daly. I have to say, President Shirley Daly. So give her a round of applause. Miss Daly, you may not know, but your belief in me as well is something that has propelled me to this point. So I have to give you your flowers publicly. And I'll also give an example of that. I remember we had a board meeting where we had to do some presentations. And when I ended my presentation, I remember, I think it was probably a day, could be the same night, sometime way up in the night, close to 11 o'clock, I said a strange number calling me. And I said, boy, should I answer? Because me, I don't want no nightmares before I go to sleep. And I said, I really answer strange numbers. But the Spirit said, go with this one. And Mrs. Daly answered, and she said, Jerry, I think you did so well. You need to join the local Toastmasters Club, because I believe that that will add value to your development. And I listened, and here I am today. So thank you, Ms. Shirley Daly. So later, as I go through this talk, you'll realize why these things are important, or why I felt the need to highlight them. So I do have to acknowledge the other persons, though, who would have supported me to get to here today. And right up until this very last second I walk into this room, I felt the support of Miss Nikisha Burke. From the moment she contacted me, she has been good right throughout. I remember coming in a while ago and the security out there said, parking full, you can't come in. And all I had to do is call Miss Burke, and she came and she pretty much gave up her parking spot for me. So that just goes to show the heart of the people who are within this organization. So it's not by chance that Chancellor Insurance Agency is the best agency, not just in Jamaica, but also in the entire region. It's not by chance. The truth is, I'm not seeing Mr. Brown. Is he not around? Huh? He'll be here shortly. I have to big up Mr. Brown because I also remembered when I was on the board that same year when Mr. Hamilton was president, he was honored as the Man of the Year. Never forget. And it goes to show the level of leadership and vision that Mr. Brown would have demonstrated, not just as a CEO and as a founder, but as also as someone who would have given back to the community. So, round of applause for the CEO. All right, so this takes me into my message today, because today I'll be speaking on the topic of the power of resilience. And what I love about this message that I have is that it's not just for you, but it's for us. It's also for me. Because this thing called resilience, it is like a battery. We have to charge it each and every single day. It is not a destination that you reach and then you just say, that's it. You have to recharge it. But let me start by defining resilience though. Resilience is said by the Oxford Dictionary to be the capacity to withstand or recover quickly from difficulty. So let me say that again in case you don't pick up something that I picked up. It says it is the capacity to withstand or to recover quickly from difficulties. So what this says to me is that for you to be someone who is resilient, it's not a case where you have to be tough and never been beat down. It is saying to me that if it is that you get knocked down but you recover, you are also resilient. So I'm going to make the boxing reference. You know when someone gets knocked down in the ring and the ref comes and he counts and he counts and he counts. That match is not over unless he's counted out. So it simply tells me that unless we decide to give up, we are not counted out. And in this fight of life, we can only be counted out if we lose the breath of life. There is no countdown to 10 in the race of life and in the fight of life. So once we have breath, once we have life, we absolutely have to keep going. So the other definition that I see of resilience, which is a little more objective, it says it is the ability of a substance or an object to spring back into shape. So what is that saying? It is saying that for you to be resilient, you don't have to be solid as a rock, Mr. Bennett. It means that you can be beaten down. It means that you can bend out of shape. But as long as you have the ability to get back into shape, you are a resilient person. And we know that this industry is one of the toughest industries ever. And as much as we look good, we don't always feel good. But one thing I can say about agents is that if them feel good, you don't have to ask if them look good. Right? I will go as far as to say that this is the best dressed profession. Look at this gentleman. Look at the one over there. Look at the ladies in here. And I say it with pride. Look at me too. Look at me too. Right? But good for me today. I am feeling good to be in the presence. So I'm looking as good as I am feeling. So, one thing though, I have to say is that when I looked at this topic, I automatically went into my engineer's mindset. Because from I was a young man, I never just accept anything as is. If it is that somebody tells me something, I have to know why. Why? So why? Sometimes I ask why I tell them things I'm too annoying, right? But at the end of the day, I want to understand something from a comprehensive standpoint so that I'm able to impart it effectively. So I've been thinking about the topic, the power of resilience, for the entire week. And I remember one morning I got up and the word that came to me was belief. 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 So that is exactly where I'm going to start this morning. Because you cannot possess that power to be resilient unless it is that you believe. And not just believe in anything, but most of all, believe in yourself. So the question is, how do we get to that point where we believe in ourselves? What it is that I have to do in order to have that strong self-belief. So we live in a society that tells us that we're not supposed to be full of ourselves, right? It almost encourages us to believe in everybody else except ourselves. And if one thing I do know in this profession, you cannot go anywhere without truly believing that you are deserving of everything that it has to offer. So when it comes down to resilience, your belief is one of those factors that is going to pull you through the difficult times. Equally as important, as I mentioned earlier when I acknowledged the ladies, you also need to have others around you that believe in you. But bear in mind that the belief of others by itself is of no effect. Absolutely no effect. Because I can remember points in my development where persons used to look at me and say, boy, you know, you look like you belong in X and Y place. And I used to say, what them people are talking about? You understand? I didn't even say it out, but in myself, what is it that they're talking about? It must be crazy. But the truth of the matter is, over time, when I keep hearing this over and over again, I said, something must be wrong with me. Not sure. Because everybody else can be mad if them saying the same thing. So something must be wrong with me. So that caused me to go internal now, to really look into the story that I tell myself. Because I am sure all of us have that voice in our head that says, who you think you be? Why you think you deserve to be here? And every single day, no matter how good we look, we have to fight that voice in our head. Because I'll go as far as to say that our level of success is as a result of the level of belief that we have in ourselves. So the truth of the matter is, we can think that it is that we are tricking everybody when we show up and we look nice, and we smell nice, and we smile nice. But the one person you cannot fool is yourself. And I am here today to remind you that you have permission to believe in yourself and to believe that you deserve everything that life has to offer. Yes, man, we can give ourselves a round of applause. So when we get up in the morning as advisors, and Christine, tell me if I'm wrong, we have to believe that we are the best person that this particular client we have an appointment with could ever talk to about insurance. Isn't that true? We have to believe that it doesn't matter what the board outside says, who is the agent of the month, who is the leading advisor, it does not matter. I understand these things are important from the management perspective to encourage. But let that not be the dictator of the level of confidence you have when you step out and you walk in front of a client. Because I can tell you, it takes nothing to hit that wind out of our sails. So that is something that we constantly have to remind ourselves. And that's why we always hear about goals, visions. And when you listen a lot of these videos and a lot of these, and you read a lot of these books and they say, write it down and go through it 3-4 times a day. It is for that reason. Because if I have a 10 o'clock that either canceled or just flat out broke my spirit, how is it that I can get to the 12, the 2, and the 4 o'clock appointment? And we all have had that experience where we have one bad client and it just mash up a whole day. Am I lying? Mash up an entire week. And that is the reason why that is important for us to have that constant reminder as we go through the day that, hey, I am enough. So I want to turn to your friend next to you and say, friend, I believe in you, but I also believe in me. All right. And I am also going to ask you to turn to your friend because I saw this quote the other day and I'm going to share with you. So turn to your friend again and said, friend, due to personal reasons, I will be shining brightly and unapologetically for the foreseeable future. All right. So I want you to remind yourself of that as you go throughout the day. And every single day, remind yourself of that. So another thing that is important on the journey of resilience is having a vision. Imagine your CEO now, Mr. Brown. When I looked at his history, realized that he was a unit manager, an ordinary agent just like us. And look at what he has created. Look at what he has built. So the characteristics of an effective vision includes the fact that it has to be clear. And it has to be extensive and very, very deep. So when you're looking at creating a vision, it cannot just be a vision for tomorrow, a vision for next week, a vision for next year. This that you all are a part of would have been a vision that was set for at least a 5 to 10 year plan. And the truth of the matter is, we have to take the time to acknowledge how big this is, because for many of us, our ambition stops at becoming a unit manager, ain't it? Like if we should become a unit manager, boy, I mean, make it in our life now. Not true? And nobody can talk to me like Mr. MC said. Right? Because we make it now. You can imagine if you become branch manager, an executive branch manager, Mr. Bennett. Them can't talk to me again. But Mr. Brown, he didn't stop there. He said that I want to create one of the best, if not the best, agency in the island. And not just in the island, but in the region. And I just don't want to insure life. I want to insure car, and house, and bicycle. Every single thing. And him not stop there. Him said that when it comes down to my premium collection, I don't want no glitch. I don't have to send nobody over no company to pay no premium. So I want a payment agency too. And if when them come to pay them car insurance, them cannot afford it, I want to lend them money for pay it too. Not true? One stop shop. So I am saying this to say that this did not come about as a result of just mere chance. Imagine, Mr. MC, what it would take for you to build something like this. You have to sit with yourself night and day and night and day for weeks and months and years to clarify this vision. So a vision is not something that you just get up and write overnight. It is something that you have to start somewhere, but you have to constantly make the effort to perfect it over time. Because I am sure, even though I've said all of these different groups under this conglomerate, the truth is I am sure all of these didn't come about one day. But as the vision started to uncover itself, it became clearer and clearer. So it simply means we just have to start the process and commit ourselves to that journey. So I mentioned earlier, and it's very important for me to highlight it again, that when it comes down to vision, your vision and the length and the depth of it is necessary, because when you have a bad day, it is that clear vision that is going to pull you through those difficult times. So imagine you have a vision that is so clear for the next 5 to 10 years. What is a bad day when you have such a clear vision? What is a bad week? What is a bad year in comparison to what it is that I have planned for my life? And that is truly the reason, my friends, that our vision has to be clear and extensive. The Bible itself says, without vision, the people perish. And that is exactly the reason why. Because if we do not have a vision that is so strong that it pulls us through those moments, we won't have any hope. And we all know that without hope, all we're going to do is give up. Right? So vision is very, very important. Another thing that I have to highlight in the process of perseverance is information. It may sound simple, but we need to have the right information. I'll be the first to tell you that if you ever know some of the stories that I hear in my head sometimes, you'll be saying that I am crazy. And I am knowing that I'm not the only one. Sometimes you don't know where these stories come from. I hear some things in your mind where I tell you, say, you're not good enough, you can't do it, you don't look good enough. That is the devil, my people. And the truth of the matter is, even though they say that our bodies, our minds, is the best computer ever built, and that might be true, but this is one thing that our mind, our brain, we cannot do. We cannot just backspace or press the delete button. We cannot do that. When we want to clear up that mind and that vision, the only thing that we can do is to tell ourselves better stories. So when we have these thoughts that we know that are crippling us, that are limiting us, the only thing we can do is just change the channel. Right? So if we like or we are used to watching horror movies, we just have to change the channel. Because the truth of the matter is, these horror stories and these horror movies that we so welcome, these are the very things that keep us where we don't want to be. But it's such a powerful thing, that thing called habit. That thing called habit is such a powerful thing. It controls us, right? And how is it that we program the habit? So the habit comes from our subconscious. Isn't that true? So the question is, how do we program that subconscious? Simply by telling ourselves the right story, not just one day, not just 2 days, but every single day. I am sure I'm not the only one who have seen this demonstration online, where you have this glass that is black and dirty, and then you just start pouring purity within that space, and within a short space of time, you see that everything is clear, everything is pure. And we may find ourselves having certain thinking habits for 10 years. I remember the other day I was looking into myself and I said, boy, I really have to face this monster, because I had this thing that I just believed. And when I sat and questioned it, I said, who tell me this? But when I look back, I realized that this thing, you see that thing called trauma? It's a very, very real thing, And each of us have our different traumas. Sometimes it's something as simple as a family member who we believed in and we expected to believe in us said something to us that stuck with us for life. Something negative, that is. Right? You can imagine me as a little boy now and I love football, Mr. Bennett. And when I come now and I have my favorite team and I come and tell my parents that, hey, I want to join the football field, the football team. And they say, oh, here you go, you're two left foot you have. Eh? The truth of the matter is, these are some simple things that completely shatter your confidence, And no matter how you come here and you're nice, you're just saying you look good and everybody say, boy, you look nice. Right? And you're a good agent. Sometimes I remember that little boy when they tell saying can't do something. Or that little girl. I am telling you, I know I've experienced it. So we really, from time to time, have to do an audit of what is happening within our souls, within our spirit. We have to take some time for ourselves in the quietness of our minds and say, really, what is happening here? Sometimes we tell ourselves that we are so busy because we want to be busy forgetting the things that we really need to address. But I can tell you, on this journey to perseverance, we have to address those factors. Because if we don't, they are going to haunt us for the rest of our lives. And that's why they say that therapy, healing is so important. It's not just for mad people, right? It's not just for quote-unquote mad people. And if I be honest with yourself, some are not too far from mad. That is the truth. But where you can get this good information? Reading. That's why I like reading. I didn't like to read. That's why I studied math. Never liked reading. So through high school, literature, them something then, never my good subject them. I never liked nothing named reading. It wasn't until I became an adult and found out what value are written in the pages of books. I'm like, man, what was I doing with my life? Right? And sometimes all we need is just one good idea, Because out of everything that I'm sharing with you today, I just wanted to take one good idea. Because if you do that, that within itself will be a success. Not just on your part, but just also on my part. Right? So, information is important. So we have to, and I wanted to write this down. This is a quote that I heard on the beginning of my journey, and it stuck with me. It's simple. And Jim Rohn said it, and he said that this was given to him by his mentor. It says, stand guard at the door of your mind. You see, like how the man never want to let me in the parking lot there, so whatever. It's the same way you have to stand up strong. Because Mr. Burke can tell you, no matter what me do, you never want to let me in. I talk to him and say, sir, I am a speaker at the forum. It never matter. The man stand up strong like a lion. And that is the way we have to stand at the door of our minds and analyze everything that we are letting in. Take control. Miss Burke on the top on a signal to him, and the man say, I don't take talk from nobody. I don't take instructions from nobody. And I say, see here, they show up here, say, man, sit down and both and say, now move. I tell you, so that's the kind of authority we need to have on our minds. So you see, sometimes we have some bad experience, we don't even realize how much these experiences can inspire us. Look how that has added to my message today. Right? So, you can always turn an adversity into an opportunity. So I think I came in and heard Christine speaking of this. But support is very, very important. Many of us are not privileged to have a whole heap of support. But the truth of the matter is, we just want somebody to believe in our, You agree? Alright, let me do a check. Because I know someone like on the shore. Let me see the hands of those who can say that they have somebody in their life now. At least one person will believe in me. No matter how I come home and I complain about what the client them turn bad, them say you can do it, just believe in yourself. Alright. So I see some hands down, you know. I see some hands down. And that is important and very concerning. So the persons who didn't put their hands up, can you say that you believe in yourself as well? You do. Say it's a one-man band, I don't want to believe people because, you know, people can't ever bother with people. That's what I say? That's what you're saying? Alright. But remember, I started at the top of this conversation saying that Mrs. Daly, Mrs. Gordon, Mrs. Fenton, they believe in me. And I don't think them just believe in me too, because I'm a manager, them must believe in an agent too. So I don't want nobody near tell me that nobody no believe in them, because at least your manager, I am sure, would not have recruited you unless he or she believed in you. Right? So it is very important. I know sometimes, and especially when we're not doing good, we don't want to hear from a manager, you know. And true, Mr. Bennett? We don't want to hear from a manager who feel like the manager is the enemy. But the truth of the matter is they are there to support us. And they do believe in us. And sometimes we don't understand because of our lack of experience what they are seeing ahead of us. Right? So I want to encourage you to trust the guidance even when we don't see where they are going with this. Trust them because they truly believe in us. So, perseverance, resilience is just a fancy way of saying believe in yourself, have a vision, trust the people who support us, right? And ensure that most importantly, we establish our why for what it is that we are doing. And that is the final thing I will leave with you today. Because if it is that you don't know why you get up each day and you come out and face all these rejections and face all these embarrassments, when people say, I don't know insurance people, I know a thief. I don't know a thief. When we face those situations, if we don't have a why, if we don't have a vision, if we don't have that unwavering confidence that, remember, it's not something that you just achieve and you leave it there, it's something that you have to feed. So I encourage you to take any one of those ideas with you for the rest of the year, because I see all of you, I'm going to buy insurance from all of you. Right? So you have what it takes. Once you have a sound mind, once you don't even have to have perfect health, you know. You just want to have a sound mind and you have to look clean, though, and nice. Once you have that, you really, and the right information too, because as was mentioned, I'm happy because I'm seeing more and more persons now from Chancellor enrolled in the FSCP program, of course, with Madam President. Yes, because the truth is, as the Bible says, we have to study to show ourselves approved. And the truth is, no matter how good we look, no matter what we drive, at the end of the day, if we don't give value to clients, they are just going to see us as takers and not givers. And the final idea I will leave with you, and it's not long, is the idea that when it is that we go to clients, we should not approach clients as people who are seeking something from them. We know, so them right, we pay checks still, you know. But you have to see yourself as someone who is filled with so much value. It is a privilege for them to be in your presence. Right? So when you see the person, you know, so them truly deserve 50 million and a premium of 50,000, don't undersell them. Right? Don't undersell them. Create a program, yes, they might not be in a position to afford it at the time, but make it clear that this is what it is that you need to do. Present value. We are not just salespeople selling products. We are satisfying needs. So, ladies and gentlemen, it was my pleasure sharing with you today. And based on the energy that I'm seeing here today, I am seeing a set of resilient people, and undoubtedly, you will have a successful last quarter. So, thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Mr. Ray. Let's give him another big round of applause. You know, when I saw your profile and say that you were BSc Actuarial Science, we don't have many people that come into sales from. Oh, you are Actuarial Science too? Wow. Well, it is good to have these people. You know, they are mathematicians, extraordinary. You know, them sleep mathematics, talk mathematics, bathe in mathematics. Mathematics just enfolds them. Matter of fact, a little secret. I hear that these actuaries are so much into mathematics that even the plants in them office have square roots. No, don't trust me. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. But it was great. Great to have you. You know, when I listen to you about the power of resilience and you defined it as the ability to withstand or recover from difficulties, in Chancellor here we call it bounce back. And you can bounce back, right, from things. And it is so relevant because for many, many of us, things haven't gone so well in the first 7 months, you know. And it's only 3 months left in the last quarter. But you tell us that we can bounce back. And to do it, if we can believe it, right? Believe it, where you say if we can believe in ourselves and our level of success for the rest of 2024 is how much you believe that you are going to be successful, right? You also said that you need to have a vision of where you're going, right? You're going, you probably had that vision in January or when you started the business this year, and by September it kind of fade, you know? It probably died. But you have to sort of reignite that vision. And we need to stand guard at the door of our minds. I love that. Stand guard at the door of your minds. Because believe you me, all the difficulties not going to stop. Right? You just have to guard your mind against it. You just have to cut it off. Just cut it off and move forward in your strong belief that October, November, December are going to be your best months in 2024, and you are going to bounce back. You are going to be resilient because of the power of resilience, right? Bless you. Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a little nice break in our program because we have a lady here, Ophelia Whittingham. I work with Ophelia. She's a unit manager at the Dominica Platinum branch. And I didn't know certain things about her until they had karaoke over by what the building called again, Shirley? The penthouse. I used to call it the blue house, but it's all right. Penthouse. But I wasn't there, but I have it on my phone. And when I said, wait, but a lady I can't sing, but I don't know. Yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Ophelia Blake Whittingham to make her presentation for this particular retreat. Let's check it if we are ready at the back there. Okay.
In the meantime, while she's preparing herself to come, another credit to give away. Star 121 star. Digicel, the bigger, better network. Ready? Star 121 star 4001407700323. Pound key send. Somebody got it. Put your hands together for him. The royer, yes. I think we have one more flow. Let's just do it until Ophelia comes. So we have to slow it down for the flow. So you don't want the credit? She's ready? She's not yet ready. All right, so the numbers are star 121 star 774407 6161 4960. Who got it? Somebody, Gloria got it? Gloria indicated, so I thought she got it. Okay, wonderful. Congrats. All right, give it up for Ophelia as she comes right now. Put your hands together and make her welcome.
You've broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can find that fighter, but I see it in you, so we can walk it out and move mountains, and we can walk it out and move mountains. And I rise like a day, I rise up, I rise unafraid, I rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I rise up, high like a wave, I rise up, in spite of the ache, I rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. That's right, that. Lift up, lift up. Chancellor, how we doing? Are you enjoying yourself? All right, we are gonna rise. All right, my technical team will work on the thing. Yes. All right, do you know it? We're gonna sing together, all right? I was born strong, and I was made for this. See, I met so many hard times when I thought I couldn't make it. See, I had my trials when my pillow dried my eyes, and then the morning came and my wings took flight. Say, I rise. See, I'm hurting but not broken, down but I won't die. I rise. Soon I will reach the sky, and still I rise. Some said it's a mystery how I still believe that in spite of all I've been through, I can still push the wheel. See, I have the power you can see with your eyes. It's little things called fate that makes broken wings fly. I rise. broken, down but I won't die. I rise, soon I will reach the sky. I rise. I am hurting but not broken, down but I won't die. I rise, soon I will reach the sky, and still I rise.
Come on, give it up for our rising star of Chancellor. Somebody said encore, but you will hear her again later on the program. Wonderful. So you see, we have a lot of talent in Chancellor. Right. All right. So we will be moving into our next presentation, and that will be done by Darren Salmon. Darren Salmon was officially contracted to Chancellor Insurance Agency July 1, 2021. He previously served as a quality assurance technician at Wisinco Group Limited and decided to take the switch to the financial service industry after being introduced to the possibilities by his current manager, Miss Shirley Daly. Since entering the business, Darren has consistently performed well, not only meeting his targets set for him during pre-contract, but he has gone on to qualify for many accolades and awards, including 2 times Chancellor Male Agent of the Year, 2-time MDRT qualifier, 3 times Sagicor High Flyer, 2 times Century Club qualifier, 2 times Sagicor Deluxe Christmas Hamper qualifier, 2-time Chancellor Policy Delivery Champion, and Industry Policy Delivery Leader among brokerages for the year 2023. Amid his demanding career as a financial advisor, Darren has recently taken on new roles and responsibilities. He currently serves as the Strata President for JIFA's Metropolitan Chapter Vice Chairman. He's a husband to one wife. He's a husband to one wife. Darren's hobbies includes writing articles and poetry, playing board games, recording video content for his relationship podcast, and running long-distance races. Darren loves the Lord Jesus Christ, and he's doing his best to please him in all he does. His favorite Bible verse comes from the book of St. Matthew, chapter 6 and 33. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added to you. Here to give us the blueprint for financing, Here to give us the blueprint for finishing strong, please make welcome Mr. Darren Salmon, the MDRT representative for the brand Chancellor Insurance Agency for the year 2024-2025. Receive him as he comes.
Thank you, my boss. All right, good morning. Is it still morning? Yeah, morning. Brothers and sisters in life insurance. A morning. Can everybody see the screen? Okay. Cool. So yes, thank you, sir, MC. I mean, I'm sure that was a mouthful. Yeah, for you to introduce me. I mean, listening to it, I'm like, wow. A lot has been accomplished in the past 3 years. I've only been here 3 years, from 2021 to know. 2021 to know. And just to give you a bit of insight into my story. You can hold this for me. So yeah, you could say that I took off like a jet plane. Coming from a scientific background, I worked at Wisinco Group Limited for 5.5 years as a quality assurance technician. My co-worker, Chanel Morgan, who topped the cases last month, yes, we both worked in the same lab, right? So I invited her to come into the business, and she's also doing her very best to do well. And so I remember being at Wisinco and doing my very best to just be the best person I could be, to support my mother and to do all that I could do to, progress through life. And I got to a point where I recognized that to own a home with this income at Wisinco would have been next to impossible. My manager, Miss Daly, she had introduced me to the business 5 years before I started at Wisinco. And I turned her down at the time because I wanted to work within my field. Because I went to university and did a degree in biotechnology. Right? So sciences was my thing. From a little and I grow, I love the sciences. Biology, chemistry, not so much physics, but biology, for real. And that's what I saw myself progressing in. But then coming into the realization, the reality of what is Jamaica, land we love, I realized that for me to really get to the place where I'll be able to earn enough money to accomplish my goals realistically, I would have to probably go further to become a PhD and possibly even migrate. And I didn't want to migrate. I love Jamaica. I don't mind making it right here in my country. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we struggle a lot with brain drain now because a lot of people saying no, there's no opportunity here. Everybody wants to leave. I'm going to tell you, Jamaica nice once you have money. Once you have money, Jamaica nice, May I tell you, man. And so I was looking for an opportunity at the time when Miss Daly invited me into the business once more. And while I was at UWI, I did attempt to work in network marketing. I made an attempt with network marketing, and I sucked because I believe that everybody else would see it the same way I see it. So I look at it, I'm like, this opportunity is amazing. I love it. Everybody else is going to love it too, right? So that's what I believed. But what I discovered is that a lot of people were cautious. A lot of people had speculation about the opportunity. And even now with insurance, you may try to present what you have to present. You may try to talk to people, and they are just wary of you because they don't want to get scammed, right? A lot of people, trust is a major thing that will affect how quickly we move through this business. And that's something that we have to accept. We have to understand that our clients have to trust us. And it is the speed with which they trust us that they'll actually make the decision to do business with us. And so by all means, I decided to come into the insurance industry because I saw where I could do something great here. Coming from my experience in network marketing, where for the first 6 months of doing that business, I was able to sell 6 people. So you could have said it was 1 person per month. So you can imagine how much money I would have made in that opportunity for that first 6 months. As a matter of fact, I stopped trying to sell the business and started using the benefits to earn money. So I became a little travel agent. And I started to book travel for people, and that's how I made money to keep myself afloat. I remember my second person who I signed, I was the one who paid for their membership. And so I had to pay monthly fees for myself and for them. I was a student at the University of the West Indies. The money that was being used to pay for my membership and theirs was not my money. It was my mother's money that she had gotten from the government to help her with her book project. And little by little, the money just dwindled. And I said, no, man, I can't do this to my mother. But I forget back this money. And I decided to just continue coming to the training. Every week we had training at IFLT at the University of the West Indies. And I would show up every week just to get into the environment, just to get into the frame of mind to transition from where I was to where I wanted to be. And so when it comes down to finishing strong, which is the title of my presentation, you have to understand that wherever it is that you are now, in terms of internally, the version of yourself, you have to grow from that point to become a totally different person if you want to get to the higher heights. Whatever habits that you had that were holding you back, you're going to have to grow out of that to come into who you are truly meant to be. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to go through this PowerPoint as best as possible. This one was actually a pretty difficult one for me to conceptualize. My mind did all sorts of things. It wasn't until this morning I just got up with a lot of clarity and decided to throw it together. Developing the winning mindset. So, next slide, yeah. Why should you finish strong? Why should you finish strong? Let's explore that. To prove to yourself that you are capable of more. Some of you may doubt yourself. You may wonder, is this really for me? Can I really become like Darren? Or can I really become like Christine or Kimisha Rowe? Could that really be me? It could be. But you have to put yourself out there to prove that you are more. You're capable of more. You want to stretch yourself. Stretch past the previous limitations. I'm telling you, I have 10 fingers and 10 toes and one brain just like you. Just like you. My skin black. And I am 5 feet and 10 inches. There's nothing really spectacular going on over here. Right? Whatever you see me accomplishing, you can accomplish it as well. You may also want to keep a promise that you have made to your loved ones. Many of you have sons, daughters, people depending on you. I can remember when I was in university, I depended on my father for him to show up for me a certain way. And unfortunately, he wasn't able to. And that would have lit a fire within me to ensure that whomever I have depending on me, I will not let them down. My mother now depends on me 100%. And I have never let her down. And I will never let her down. So you may have made a promise to your loved ones that, we're going to have a very Merry Christmas. Right? And it is your responsibility to see to it that that happens. You need to become a better version of yourself in order to accomplish your goals and dreams. This picture you see here is me actually in Nashville, Tennessee at MDRT 2023. No, 2022, yeah. In this picture, you see me with my assistant, Juliana Thompson. who is very, very supportive. And I want to just talk about the fact that I have strong support. I'm very grateful for the fact that I don't do this by myself. And from the very beginning up to this point, I've had people who have been very, very supportive in my life. My manager, Shirley Daly, my assistants, well, there's Jojo. Y'all may know her as Jojo. My assistant before her, right? And also Carrie Lee Gray was very supportive to me in the very early stages of me being in the business. So let your friends and family know how do you want to finish strong. You let your friends and family know that you won't be available as before between now and December books close. Yeah, you have to clear the air. You have to let them know. Like, hey, between now and December, I'm gonna go hard. I'm gonna go hard. I was usually available to make the meals every evening. I'm not so available anymore. You guys gonna have to help yourselves. I was usually available to do the laundry. I'm not so available anymore. You guys may need to support me here. Help me out. Right? Rally the help of your family members. Ask them to jump on board with what is it that you're trying to accomplish. You're trying to ensure that they have a very Merry Christmas. Right? And so you need to finish strong. Delete the social media apps unless they're useful for your business. I'm speaking to myself right now because I tell you, TikTok, Instagram, huge distraction to me from time to time. Right? Delete the games. I'm talking to myself again. Coin Master. Asphalt. These games on our phones can truly be a distraction. Right? You say, I'm too old to be playing games. Boy, I agree with you. But trust me, they can be addictive. Don't focus so much on the finish. It can seem daunting. If you're at a point right now where you're like, boy, I have 1.2 million FYC. I need 2 million to qualify for bonus. I only have 3 months left. How am I going to do it? Don't focus on the finish. Focus on the steps you need to take to get there. Daily steps. You might look at the finish and be like, boy, that look impossible. But if you go so boom, all right, what do I need to do to accomplish these things? I need to make these calls, I need to set these appointments, I need to go see these people, I need to do these closings, I need to do these things. Just do the activity. It's better to overdo than to overthink. All right, so what do you get if you finish strong? Here you see with the hamper, deluxe hamper for 2022 and 2023. And I want to see more of my colleagues getting this hamper. It should be just me and Venice. Miss Words? Right? I want to see more of you guys getting this hamper. Trust me, man. It's nice. I'll tell you what in there. Bailey's. Right? Last year, I did get Hamilton Beach, Panini Press. We get Christmas cake, all sort of snacks. We get Johnny Walker, 12-year whiskey. Right? Get Grey Goose. Right? Some of them I don't even drink it. Them still, yeah, we could have sell them, yes? I've given away a good amount of them. So what you get for finishing strong, you get the big basket, man. Trust me, it's nice. It's nice. You get more money in your bank account. Right? More money in your bank account. You get more praise as well. Wishes and well wishes from managers and co-workers. And a sense of accomplishment and a boost in confidence. Trust me, it's nice. You might be looking at your current circumstances and you're like, boy, you know, I should just play it safe and just coast through and just keep my head low and thing. But no, man. We only have one life to live here on this earth. After our time here on this earth, we're not really sure what's going to happen next. We are hoping that we all make it to heaven. And so while we are here, let us do our very best. So, where can you go if you finish strong? You could go and travel to a different island. You could go to Cuba. You could go to Dominican Republic. You could go to Puerto Rico, right? You could go to an expensive event. For those of you who might like Vibes Cartel, you could go to his concert or something like that. Not really my thing, but hey. You could come with me to the next MDRT. This again was MDRT 2022. That's me and Hilda. Hilda is from Law Insurance Brokers, and we took a picture there by the MDRT sign. I tell you, MDRT is great, guys. You really meet a lot of interesting people. And so I want to encourage you to think about the places that you could possibly go to. Where is it that you want to go? You know? Is it in Jamaica? You want to go to a hotel on the North Coast? Or in Portland? Or would you like to take your family to a nice dinner? Fancy restaurant? Where you have to eat with chopsticks? Finish strong. Finish strong. In this picture, you see a couple of pictures from the last High Flyers luncheon. And so I'm asking the question now, what is holding you back? It could be procrastination. Anybody struggle with procrastination? Raise your hand if you struggle with procrastination. Yeah. We all struggle with procrastination, man. I'll do that tomorrow. I can't make the call now, it's too late. No, I can't make the call now, it's too early. No, I can't bother go to the appointment, I feel hungry. Let me put it off to our next time. Procrastination. Distractions. Are we distracted? I know I am distracted. Like I could do better than this, you know. You see me doing whatever I could be. People have been saying to me, Darren, how come you don't qualify court to the table yet? Like it's because I'm distracted. I have a lot going on in my life. And so if you want to finish strong, you're gonna have to, as I said earlier, tell your family members, hey, I can't do the thing. You're gonna have to tell more people no. The people who want you to come here and go there and run this errand, and no, I can't do it. I gotta focus. I gotta have a Merry Christmas. Right? Fear might be a thing that is holding you back. I know fear is holding me back. I'm talking to myself right now. Because I hear people do the cold calling thing. I don't do the cold. I don't even know how to do it. I'm afraid. I'll be honest with you. I'm afraid to actually walk up to total strangers and say, hey, I'm an insurance agent. May I have a discussion with you? I don't do it. And it's fear that is holding me back. Probably if I wasn't so afraid, I would have done court at the table by now. Trust me. But I digress. I'll work on it for sure. A lack of knowledge and understanding might be what is holding you back. Yeah. Because I've come to realize that for me, in terms of what allows me to do as well as I do, is because I understand human psychology and operate in that understanding. And if you don't have that understanding, it will kind of hamper you from doing what you need to do. Because when we get hit with the rejection, we might take it personally. But it's really not you. It's not because you look bad. It's not because you smell bad. It's not because you're bald. It's not because you have long hair. It's really the other person. They have stuff going on in their life. They didn't necessarily anticipate that you're going to come up to them now and try to offer them your services. And so sometimes it's a matter of bad timing. Understanding this, not taking it personally, now allows you to just keep pushing forward. Okay, so today didn't go great. You look into your book, you realize you have 4 appointments tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be better. You go, the 4 appointments for tomorrow, everybody flake out. You say, okay, next day is going to be better. You keep on going forward. I tell you, man, Miss Daly can tell you, a whole heap of flaking. People just flake. Sometimes, at one point, I considered to stop eating cornflakes because I feel like it was because of the cornflakes why people were flaking out on me so often. But surprisingly, at the end of each month, I tend to come out fairly well. Another reason that you may be held back a bit is a lack of drive. You may be saying to yourself, boy, I just need to be able to pay my bills. I just need to be able to buy my food. I just need to be able to put gas in my car. I don't need to do anything more than that. I don't need to send my child to the best school. They can go to primary school or some other, low grade school. I don't need to ensure that my mother can go to the Tony Thwaites wing. No, she can go to some basic hospital. I don't need to ensure that I can take my family on a vacation. No, we can vacation right there in the yard, pitch a tent. It might be fun. But I tell you this, all inclusive is much nicer. And so you may like drive, but I tell you this, guys. Have that desire for more. Have that desire for more, because that will spur you on to finish strong. A lack of faith in yourself and God. A lack of faith in yourself and God. I tell you this. Do your very best and God will do the rest. Do your best. Because I tell you, if you look through my appointment book, there's a lot of people flake. I'm serious, and I said I was going to stop eating cornflakes, because a lot of people just don't show up. You drive out your gas, reach, you're calling the person, hey, for tell them so you reach, them not answer them phone. You do your very best for do this thing. And if you're in a mind shop, you feel like quit. But if you do your very best, you do what you're supposed to do. You might show up at the appointment on time, well dressed, ready to do your thing. The person don't show up, but then you meet somebody else. You show up, you do your policy delivery. Them co-workers see you doing the policy delivery, and they must say, "What is that? What is that blue thing? What is that? You can talk to me about it too?" And you say, "Sure, yeah, man." Do your very best, and God will surely do the rest. I want to see more of you at High Flyers Luncheon next year. This is a picture of me and my friends at MDRT 2022. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Feel the fear and do it anyway. I'm going to tell you this. The only thing you should have a legitimate fear of is death. Because we're just not sure what's coming next after death. Do it anyway. And I'm talking to myself here. I'm talking to myself as I talk to you. Do it anyway. They may say no. Let that not deter you. They may waste your time. Let that not deter you. You may get frustrated. And you feel forward to succeed. Right? So you might not be so great at making the calls right now. But if you can understand the mistake that you're making, you can now make an adjustment to make the call even better, to set the appointments even easier. And the more proficient you get at setting your appointments, the more proficient you get at making your presentation, it gets better and better. Doing foolishness is better than doing nothing at all. So you could get up and say, you know what? I just can go outside and talk to some people and say, hey, you have $20 million in life insurance coverage. Of course, that's not how our managers teach us. That's not how they train us, right? But I tell you, going up to somebody and saying, do you have $20 million in life insurance coverage is better than doing nothing. It's better than sitting there and saying, boy, but what if the person looked upon me strange? Tell you this, guys, you have to cut down the shame tree. Cut down the shame tree. Right? Because the reason why certain people are at a different place, a higher place than you are right now, is because they're willing to do what you're not willing to do. They're willing to go where you're not willing to go. I've heard agents say that them not drive gonna Montego Bay. And them nah drive gonna Manchester, them a stay right in Kingston. Them can't bother to make certain sacrifice. Them can't bother to do certain things. And for some of them, they're doing okay. Right? But for those who are doing exceedingly well, they are going above and beyond to serve their clients. They might go visit them client in the hospital. They might go the funeral. They might jump through hoops and talk to whomever they need to talk to get the cases settled and to get the claims paid. These are the people who do extremely well. And so, as you go along, you learn things. As you do the foolishness. Last month I did foolishness. I wrote a fairly big case for a lady that live overseas. And I said, I look forward to the case, you know. But I get about 250 API from that case alone. And when I see the case rejected, I'm like, what's wrong? It was a coupon policy. And I discovered that you cannot write non-resident people critical illness coverage. I'm like, what? I never know that. So why is it that them have on the form that if you submit W9 and factor, I submitted the W9 and the factor with the person green card and everything. They're Jamaican resident, they have dual residency. They have them TRN and they have them green card as well. I never know that because they live overseas, they cannot get the critical illness coverage. It burned me. You know, sister, my name not up on the board last month. My name not up on the board last month because that case had never come through. Plus, me they get lapse. Ah, boy. But yeah, we learn. Do the foolishness and learn from it. Who should you finish strong for? Do it for your mother. Do it for your father. Do it for your spouse. Do it for your children. Do it for your manager. Do it for yourself because you are worth it. Think bigger than yourself. Think generations down the line. Think about the wealth that you want to create for your family members to be the beneficiaries. The work that you're putting in now is going to pay dividends next year and the year after that and the year after that and the year after that. The policies that you conserve now are going to pay you renewals next year and the year after that and the year after that. So you finishing strong between this month and December is going to pay off not only in your FYC at the end of the year, but also the years to come. Thank you for listening. The journey of 1,000,000 miles begins and ends with a step. Take your step now. I don't know if the video was downloaded. No? Okay. So I just wanted to say one more thing. The MDRT conference 2025 will be hosted in Miami Beach. And I would love it if we all could go together. Yeah? So if you are only at 6 million API now and you need another 2.7 API to get to MDRT next year, finish strong. If you are only at 3 million FYC and need another 1.5 million FYC to get to MDRT next year, finish strong. All right? Because I believe that we can all make it to MDRT next year. I tell you, it's a great experience. And Miami is right there. You know, it's not as expensive as Vancouver. So I'm expecting to see. Right. So Miss Daly will be there. I know I'm going. Cheryl, I'll go forward too. So, man, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Blessings. Thank you, sir.
hands together for Darren once more. Very innovative presentation. And you know, he outlined some things that may cause us not to really perform as how we'd want to. Which agent who was listening keenly and attentively can stand and give us 3 things that Darren presented that can be an obstacle for you in finishing strong? Yes, go ahead.
Procrastination, fear, and distraction.
All right.
Not surprise peak performers. Madam Queen, big up yourself. This is a great job. Thank you.
You're welcome. Maybe we can consider having Aichi as one of the MCs for next session. Yes, yes. No one would sleep in the room. All right, so our first presenter this morning, she gave us some very key tips. Who can tell me at least 2 points that she made in her presentation this morning? No. Yes, go ahead, Cheryl. Please stand. Go again, please. And? Awesome. Awesome. Put your hands together for her. I don't know if you want an umbrella or you want a fan. Cheryl, you want an umbrella or a fan? All right, good. All right, so right about this time, we'll be having a little more entertainment, and our rising star for Chancellor is coming again. Put your hands together and make welcome Ophelia.
All right, so while my technical team is working on that, guys, we all know this song and we're all going to sing together. I don't want to feel lonely up here, right, Aichi? It will be projected, and I know you can read, don't? You're in the wrong place.
Always Overnight 3 times protection system absorbs, locks fluid, and keeps it away from your skin.
All right, are we ready? I hope you never lose your sense of wonder. You get the feel to eat, but you always keep that hunger. May you never take one single breath for granted. God's forbidden love never leave you empty-handed. I hope you still feel small when you're standing by the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more's open. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you never fear those mountains in the distance, and never settle for the path of least resistance. might be a mistake, but they're worth making. Don't let some hell-bent heart leaves you bitter. When you come close to selling out, reconsider. Give the heavens above more than just a fighting glance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you still feel small when you're standing by the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more's open. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. And when they get a choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance.
Wow. Ophelia, I closed my eyes when you were singing, and the words of William Shakespeare just flooded my mind, you know. He said, such harmony is in immortal souls. Here will we sit and let the sound of music creep in our ears. Let's hear it again for Ophelia. Ladies and gentlemen, we are coming to the end of this motivational seminar. And our final speaker today worked in the areas of accounting, marketing, promotion, and commercial sales before entering the life insurance industry in 2010. In his first year, Otis Hamilton was the second runner-up in the Sagicor Life Rookie of the Year award. He has been a repeated qualifier for the $1 Million Roundtable, Century Club, and the Sagicor Life High Flyers. Otis has given yeoman service to JIFA, where for 7 years he served as treasurer. He's a past president of JIFA and now serves our industry as first vice president of Gamma Caribbean, regional Congress coordinator, and a director on the Carifa executive board. He's currently the sales manager of Marathon Insurance Brokers with responsibility for the individual life, group life, health, and pensions departments. Otis is a very seasoned presenter, serving as a sales coach, radio host, and master of ceremonies. And I just want to say he's a quintessential master of ceremonies. He's a master ceremonies par excellence, right? I know this, right? And we are very privileged to have him speaking on the theme, Igniting Passion, Reclaiming Glory. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Otis O. Hamilton.
Thank you so much for having me. And everybody know I don't go anywhere and don't mention the fact that you are my mentor and guide in the area of MC. Talk truth though. Put your hands together for this man. Oh, the man's so good. Shakespeare, the man go a while ago now. This is my boss, man. So I first need to know how many of you had lunch already. Put up your your hands. All right. How many of you have breakfast? Big up uno. Because it's a hour and a half speech I have, you know. Uno lucky though, because half of it was done by the previous presenter. And hopefully I talk fast, so instead of 45 minutes, I'm going to squeeze it to about 30, 35. All right, we're going to try work that. So thanks, no? I tell you, it's an hour and a half when you give me, and I plan out my thing right. So I'm hoping for a little image to go on the screen. Don't worry, I'm keeping it very simple, because I am not as focused today on the motivation. You guys have gotten a whole heap of motivation. And the biggest motivation is the Christmas coming up. And you don't have the money to have a Merry Christmas yet. Right? So we're going to ensure that we do that. But let me firstly bring your eyes to a statement on the screen. Success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out. We agree with that? That makes sense? Now, I've been in management for a little while now, from 2017. And I've seen the good, the bad, and the, well, I don't want to say ugly, but I've seen quite a bit. I see my friend Arnell here. Arnell was one of my first agents back in the days. So I know that it is not the easiest path to follow. But I also know that there are some things that, if it's done, it guarantees victory. It guarantees it. So I'm going to be jumping straight into those things. So let me say at first, the persons who have pen and paper are the persons who have them phone out in the note section, because this section is not one of them just watch and listen thing there. No, this is a real mini workshop part of the presentation, because I refuse to leave here and 2 months from now you don't see a change in your figures. That not gonna work. So I could fix that right now. So, and by the way, blessings, Madam President. I've been coming to Chancellor many years. It's the first time I'm getting a chance to say President, Chancellor. So it's good to see you and congratulations. So what my presentation will be on, it will be the Super 6 Sales Success Secrets. Yeah, only put S down. If you have list on it now, go work out. So, and it's not, I never make up the presentation and then find 6 things. No, it's after me sort out the 6 things, my work out say, yeah, it work out. It's a Super 6. The reason why I'm putting that out there, I'm going to give you 6 things that if you do them, guaranteed, the next 3 months will be amazing. But I'm not asking you to do all 6. Because we know how we are human beings. We can't overcrowd ourselves with too many things at the same time. So what I'm asking you to do is each of you to take on 3 of them. You know, hear the request? So I'm going to give you 6. Pick out the 3 that you can manage and make a move forward, right? Me hear the hungry voice them, you know. Right? Yes. All right. So, firstly, add 1 planning hour to your day. I'm not seeing everybody right or type. Add 1 planning hour to your day. Why we say that? Anyhow, you spend that time, whether it is morning, evening, just before you go to bed, midday before you go to lunch, you pull yourself away and have a quiet space, quiet time to plan out what do I need to accomplish in the next 24 hours for it to be a successful 24 hours. And when we say plan out, we don't mean the quiet time that you spend in your bathroom sometime and just are looking at the roof and think. No. I mean pen and paper. Put it down. The next 24 hours will be successful if X happens. And I don't want you to take it away from your current awake hours that you spend running up and down to get kids ready for school, driving through traffic, calling. I don't want you to cut from those hours. I want you to add it. How you add it? Wake up 1 hour earlier. Remember, no, we're not talking about next year or the year after that, we're talking about ensuring that the next 3 months is an amazing success. And if you're not willing to sacrifice 1 hour sleep every day for the next 3 months, then you need to really ask yourself, do I really want a Merry Christmas? So I'm saying the first thing I want you to do, or I'm suggesting you do, recheck set your alarm on your phone. If at 5 o'clock you normally wake, turn it to 4. If your household allows you to spend an extra hour in the evenings because the pitney them go home, go sleep early, or is you alone there, they know, so all right, if it's 11 o'clock I go to bed, then you see at 10, I'm a quiet time. No TV, no telephone, nothing. We have a thing on the phones now, you can put it in no disturb mode. And you set it and just put on the phone. Everybody know me. People cuss me regular, so when me there home, them can't get through to me. No, because my phone put on in my room. And me I live. So, you need to do that. Find an hour, pen and paper, where you plan out what will it take to ensure the next 24 hours is a successful one. All right? The second one, before I move, anybody think them can do that one? Okay, it's not hard. So sister, I know hard things me I give. I know. No, man, very possible. The next one. And the next one would have been the one that would have given me the greatest level of success when it implemented. And you hear it every day. It's called a things to do list. A things to do list. A things to do list takes away all the stress out of your head to try to remember what to do, what to do next. How did I think about it? You have no idea the amount of time, the amount of mental time you waste thinking about different things. Just when you write it for the things to do list, you just drop it. So. And now say I'll come back to that when that time comes. It allows you to be in the moment. It gives you clarity of task. Sometimes you write one email, you're thinking about 3 other emails you're supposed to write. No, them upon the things to do list, we can't forget them for now. I can focus right now on the one that I'm writing right now. And the things to do list, you don't just do it one time for the day because during the day things pop up. So every time somebody give you something, you jot it down. I love notes on my phone. If you see the amount of notes on my phone right now, Jesus. But every time somebody call me, Otis, you need X, you need to MC, I say, you need to do this, you need to send me an invite, you need to, I say, all right, hold on. All right, me get back to you. Put it on a regular basis, I just look for my things to do. All right, I'm looking good. We can move to the next task. Anybody think that possible? Anybody think it necessary? You think you can implement it? Quick and easy? Me tell you the easy part of the day you reach. It's the easy part. The next one. And the next one going to change a lot of lives. I promise you. Anybody here is on social media actively? Jesus, the one young one. Jesus, whoa. My concern, no? Boss, we need for the something. Anybody with Instagram accounts? LinkedIn account? All people still have Facebook like myself? How about this simple WhatsApp? Anybody on WhatsApp? Yeah, man. When you realize that WhatsApp have a social element, I feel so bad because I always thought I was cutting edge. I was next gen. And yeah, man, but the thing so. Because sometimes you don't really remember your age, you know, sometimes you don't remember saying, yeah, it run past you. It's recently I find out about that thing named stories. We don't know what it? For WhatsApp, we don't know. No, I'm not going to go run you. Somebody, I remember who me buck on me and say, oh, your birthday party just come and gone and nobody say nothing to me. So what is, but me post up on my stories every day. I store what? What? What's that? You don't watch stories? Oh, this, I don't even know if I look upon it. It's recently me I learned about the stories thing. I realized a whole world of information has passed me. Now, in this business, you know, for the persons who know me well, I moderate a course exploring personal markets. And one of the major elements of managing markets is what we call pre-approach letters. Because we teach you that, especially when you like business people, the best thing for you to do is send out a letter. I don't know, we do it in batch, and it's some generic letters. But we send out, let's say we're going to Crossroad. I plan to go Crossroad next week, Thursday. I send out all 15 letters to all the hardwares that are close to Crossroad and tell all of them, say, my name is Otis O'Hamilton the First. I'm in the business of helping hardwares to get their finances right, and I will be in your area on Thursday, XYZ. I will be calling on you. But if you would like to speak to me prior or have some questions, you can call me on this number. I'm going to send out 15 of them. 1 and 2 of them will say, send back a message. I really have an agent already, so it's okay. I say, all right, I can cross you for the list. Most of them won't even respond because I'm just like mentally prepared for me. This better come bother me now. But this when I turn up, yes, me they get a letter. What you talk about now? It's a big difference from just turning up. So that is pre-approach letters formally. But when the book was written, they never have WhatsApp. No, yeah. No, you have pre-approach text. We never think about it. Think about the difference it can make if you create a generic text that you're going to go in your phone and promise yourself, every day I'm going to send 10 pre-approach texts. You set a time, you promise yourself, 10 pre-approach texts. What will the text say? Hi, you know, I realize I've never spoken to you about what it is that I do. I'm an insurance financial advisor. I will call you next Thursday, or I'll call you Tuesday to see if I could actually help you. One generic text sent today, promising that I'll call you on Tuesday. And guess what I do on Tuesday? It softens the approach. It prepares them mentally for what is coming. And it gives you persons to call on in a very comfortable way. And I'm not jumping off the whole social media yet, because most of us don't remember that we are our own companies. How insurance sales work, you are given an opportunity to sell and distribute products and services from these companies. You are the company. So just like how the KFC at Portland have KFC, right? Yeah. The KFC at Portland, they would have sent in a letter to restaurants of Jamaica to say, I have a little place right here, so where I want to sell some KFC, you know. It look good, well, people pass it. Let's go. And KFC come look and say, yeah, man, it look like it all right. Then make sure, say, you train your staff. Then make sure, say, them tell you, you have to sell X amount of chicken for keep selling KFC chicken. It have to look a certain way. It's the same thing like us. The companies tell us, say, we have to train, we have to carry ourselves well, we have to not thief, we have to sell a certain quantity. It's the same thing. And one of the elements of running your own business is marketing. Marketing of things like advertisement, branding. What are you doing for your brand? So the easiest way nowadays to build your brand, back in the days, you used to have to write only per article in a paper and all them something. The easiest way to build your brand right now is to do a little one post once a week. You just put up something, whether it is a little video, or you go up on YouTube, or you go up on Google, go find an image that speaks something about insurance that capture you, and you just take it and post it on your page. Boom, and you walk away from it. Done. The difference that makes to your brand by consistently putting something out there is amazing. So, remember now we're talking about the 6 super secrets of success. And anybody who is so inclined can take on that one. The pre-approach text and the post. So, let me ask again, because it gets tricky now, because some people afraid of all things internet. Who think them can manage that one? Bin. I like that. Great. I reach 4 down. I tell you, say, I have to make it short and spicy, you know, because I know, I hear the hungry. Number 4. And that one, yeah, people are going to hate that one, yeah, but it works. Accountability partners. You see, one of the best way to get fit and healthy is to have gym partners. Anybody ever experienced that? By yourself going to the gym and say, all right, lift, get up, turn, run. You see, you have somebody beside you. Tell you, say, no, man, go on, man, you can't take 2 more, man, and when you push 2 more, them lay down 2 and the 2 now push each other. It makes an amazing difference to what you accomplish. Say me, I hold what people calling me. It makes a big difference to what you can accomplish. So what I would suggest right here, right now, look around you. See if there are 2 people, I prefer 2. So as a group, it's 3 of you. Create a little nest, create a little mini WhatsApp group, create one of them things every morning. If it's 6 o'clock, we're supposed to make sure each other wake up. Then the 6 o'clock text come in. We're up, you know. Who up text? Who up check in? By 8 o'clock, them supposed to have message. Who out of the house yet? Who out of the house? What do you need? If somebody having a down day, the next 2 lift them up. Say, come on. You may need to come pick you up or come in to pick you up. Accountability partners can lift your game in a massive way. I promise you, it will change your life and change your business. Anybody can find 2 friends that them can work with? Tell me. You have them already. Wait, do they work? No. Make sure that these are people who, yeah, it's not the type of, cause if you ever find 2 people that tell you, say, you know, me not too feel like they don't work today, you know, then God go in the hard share, you know. Because, you know, must have at least one person say, no man, let's go. And the right, you know, the second case, but let's go. We working same way. No offense, Lady Taylor, I was just throwing that out there. That's on the writing. I have 2 more. And the last one, I believe, is my most important. But I have 2 more. We don't focus enough on personal development. A lot of us, we come in the business and we think just because we're growing in experience, it means that we're growing. No. One of the most sad things to watch in this industry, and the managers can tell you, is an agent will start strong and then just start taper down. Why is it so sad? Because obviously it's not for lack of knowledge. It's not for lack of knowing what to do. But you are not focused enough on just keeping the gears moving and getting better and becoming sharper. That the business will leave you. And you start sitting in the office every day and reminisce. Back in the days, we never need so much paper. We never need to write so much. We never need fact finder. This. And you lament yourself out of the business. Instead of constantly growing in the business. So how are you growing? 1, if you have a market, how are you getting smarter in that market to ensure that you run the market? When I was a salesman, my thing was nurses and doctors. I knew more about the profession than most nurse and doctor. So when they invite me to make presentations for final year students, I could have tell them, don't book pan your little overtime money. Them call it extra hours. No book pan it until January, although you start September, because I know the system work. I could tell them what them salary is going to be. I could tell them, say, make sure, say, your friend, the sister upon the wards, the different wards, so that every time them have a nurse who don't come to work, them call you. If you want to make some serious money. I knew this because I ensured I become a professional in the sector. Me read. I listen to the different stuff on YouTube. You see this thing where we constantly listen to radio. Yeah, man, I love Zip. But most of the times it's off. Because I prefer to to listen to podcasts. I prefer to listen to an audiobook. And when you listen to a good audiobook, it means that you just restart it when you're done. Because there's some stuff that pass you where you need to get hammer in your head. So I don't need nobody to tell me, say, check 1, 2. And I tell me all of the foolishness them are going and I tell me no joke. It's alright, me tell me one joke them. Me need information. How are you improving yourself daily? So the next task, the task number 5, is to have a weekly system of self-improvement. You have to decide what it is. For me, it's 1 audiobook a week. The average audiobook takes 2 to 3 hours. You have the super one that may take about 8 hours, but the average audiobook, 3 hours, and it's lapway. And we are talking about all of the good ones. Them just Google what are the best audiobooks on sales, motivation, whatever. And then you start look for them. Google, YouTube, sorry. And you listen to them. 15 minutes here, 20 minutes there. You sit down in a traffic. You have it plug in and a play. A good 30 minutes. You'll forget the traffic there because you want to hear what come next. So it's soap opera and all them something that the series them. You don't need to watch them. The audiobook them keep me excited. And you'll be surprised the level of personal development you make. 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 months, or 8 books. You start sound like you're out of this world. Developing yourself. Anybody can do that? Tell me if it's foolish I'm talking, because if that don't make sense, that's what is going with that. Keep that. The last one. I tell you, say quick, me I done it. The last one is the hardest one. Because most of us are not properly exposed to it and requires much more of you. But if it's done and done right, you can practically write off everything else. It is creating and managing what we call an activity log. Anybody have an activity log? Activity log? What type of things you have on an activity log? You can't just throw it out, you know. We accept full answers now. Yeah. Me up. Okay. I hear that. What is your conversion ratio based on the activity log? Yeah. 1 and 2 from what to what? No, me don't want to stress you. Now, the activity log speaks to the entire sales funnel. It speaks to you deciding, so all right, I'm going to call on X amount of clients, new, brand new, never meet them yet. Yeah. I'm going to also touch base on X amount of current clients because I have to ensure I maintain my relationships and also get new business. I'm going to spend X amount of time for the week on my administrative systems. Because the worst thing for them write the case them, spend the money, then lose the case. So the activity log logs the time and the number of the specific activity right across the board of all of the things that are involved in your sales system. The activity log is supposed to include even your personal development time. So even the book when I talk about for read or listen to, the activity log. And think about it this way, you know. A couple of people here selfie. I think some of you start selfie with more than one companies too. But we know, even if it's one company you focus on, every month something change from one of the policy them. How much time we spend to read up and check and run some proposals so we have a strong appreciation. One of the things that always help me when I sell is I have a proposal in my head. So when I meet with a client and tell a client, say, all right, it's obvious you need $25 million worth of life insurance. You're about 25. You seem healthy. I can give this to you for 10 grand. That's about what it will cost. Because I overstated a little bit because the little extra money I put in our savings. And that is if your health is in good stead. It can go higher than that, but it's going to be about $10,000. You can manage that? Well, I don't really ask if you can manage that because I have a different system. But the next time you invite me, I'm show you that. But so that way, I don't need to go back to the computer at work to come back to you to tell you what the figure is. Make it worse, me now go pull up the computer in front of you for me and you to be dancing around with figures. No. One of the worst things we do in this business is we give too much information. The minute you have the calculator and start dance, it means that you're not comfortable with no figure again. Because I have got to think about it now. Jesus, what is 10 versus 11 million versus 12? But may I tell you, based on the assessment, you need 25 million, is $10 million fight. Are you going to get the insurance or not? See the 10 grand there? Imagine how much value you would have had if you spend some time every day just to run some proposal. So that you have an appreciation. When you talk in front of somebody, you talk with so much authority. Strong. So, your activity log, coming back to it, can change how your entire business operates. Because when you have that activity log, and you have your one-on-one now with your branch manager or your unit manager, you can look at it and say, you know what, my conversion between meeting and sales is too wide. For every 5 people I meet is just 2 sales me get. That's too wide. How are we going to tighten that gap? Say manager can look on it and say, oh, we have a presentation problem. If your activity log says for every 20 calls you make, is only 5 people willing to talk to you, then your manager can say, well, we have a prospecting problem or we have a calling problem. And we can focus and fix that. But unless you have an activity log where you literally jot your figures, aye, Captain, welcome. Where you jot your figures and track your progress, then it will be hard to know which area of your business you need improvement with and to focus on it. So let me ask a question again. How many of us are willing to do the hardest part of the 5 things I just mentioned? And a six may reach, and do an activity log. Managers on here, that. So, with all of that said, this business has never been promised to be easy. I hope nobody promised that it was going to be easy. But my statements to my potential agents have always been consistent. Is the most work you're going to do, but is the best income you can get. Because it works if you work. No 2 ways about it. Do the work and take the guidance. We had a presentation earlier over my side where it came full circle that you see the agents who were willing to take the coaching, the ones who were willing to follow what the manager say. There's one thing I love about this business, around you can't reach the top unless you start at the bottom, you know. You have to be a good agent for third manager. And even if you were the greatest agent, you would have seen enough agents go through the different levels that you know what works and what don't work. So listen to your manager, and it's not 2 ways about it. You have to win. So with that, let me thank you very much for inviting me. I can't leave. Sorry, get them socks, man. I can't I can't leave without making special mention to the boss himself. People see me every day wearing my bow tie, and I have to always remind him. Is he make me wear it? Because I did make up my mind one time, so the long tie them start look like noose. Somebody just stop wear them. Until one day him look at me and say, Otis, you're not properly dressed. And him give me my first bow tie. So since then, it's strictly bow tie I wearing. So I feel at home at Chancellor. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Come on, put your hands together for Mr. Otis Hamilton once more. Yes, sir. Safe travel. Blessings. Thanks for coming, sir. We appreciate you. Yes, so he would have given us 6 key points. We don't necessarily have to go over them because we had our notepads and we took note of them. All right, so right about this time, our president and CEO of Chancellor Insurance Agency, Mr. Donovan Brown, will address us. Put your hands together and make welcome Mr. Donovan Brown.
Thank you, Jermaine. By your dapper, man. Real insurance supposed to mash up the place. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a long time I haven't seen you in this sort of forum, but I'm happy to see you all. I want to take this moment to address you on the challenges that we are going through and the future. Now, as you know, we are currently experiencing some challenges. These are, of course, difficult times, and it is natural to feel concern. But I want to be upfront with you about the situation. While we're facing short-term challenges, we're also taking decisive action to manage and resolve them. First and foremost, I want to recognize the incredible effort each of you has made during this period. Your hard work and dedication are the foundation of the company, and we remain fully committed to supporting you and ensuring your collective success. We value transparency, and while this is a tough moment, it is important to remember that this is a temporary challenge. We have overcome obstacles in the past, and I have full confidence that together we will navigate through this and emerge stronger. We have already begun implementing a clear plan to addressing current challenges we are facing. We are taking a few steps. We are optimizing our costs without sacrificing the quality of our work, our well-being of our team. We are actively pursuing new opportunities to increase revenue, including strategic partnership and innovative service offerings. We're working closely with a team to secure additional resources and liquidity to ease short-term pressures. While this situation is challenging, it is important to remember that it is a temporary. We have faced difficulty before, and each time we have come out stronger and more resilient. I believe the same will happen now. The steps we are taking are already setting us on the path to recovery. During times like this, unity and communications are critical. We are all in this together, as what Madam VP would say to me. Your feedback and insights are valuable. If you have questions or concerns, I encourage you to reach out to me personally or the VP, your managers. We are here to listen and support each through this process. I'm optimistic about the future and confident that with your continued commitment and dedication, we'll come through this stronger. Thank you for your trust and unwavering effort. Together we'll overcome this and position ourselves for growth and success and become the great Jamaican company that we aspire to become. Ladies and gentlemen, I know you are getting hungry, and I want you to not to have any, want you to make sure that you don't feel hungry, that it will affect you. Christine, before I leave here, I must say, Christine, there is something that you will be very, I've been called with 2 closer books, literally crying about your settlement, but you will be very interested in this. I just met the senior VP from Sagicor, and he just came to me, walked over himself. He said, "You're not going to allow me to even come over because I have written to the Sagicor a very strong letter." And when they got the letter, everybody ran it up and down. and he actually came over, Mr. Willard Brown, and he said that you're going to see the improvement this month, Christine. Okay? And we have shown him where we are having the difficulty. Cases that have not settled for a month, 2 weeks. We have shown, I will tell them we need the settlement for you guys to be happy because it's affecting our team. And they have promised me that they will give me an excellent last quarter. And this is coming from the person who head that department. Okay? All right, so we have started because we were so upset. Miss Van Riel was in the meeting, Miss Taylor was in the meeting, and we really tell them up front what is happening in no uncertain manner. And they're going to improve the system for us. Okay, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon again, everyone. For those who don't know me, my name is Aichi Wizard. I'm a proud member of the Knutsford branch. And whoop, big up my queen manager, Camille Lawrence. Sir, I just wanted to take the opportunity to say something. So, a lot of us here, we can't even manage the business that we are doing right now. Would you agree with me? It takes a man with a vision to accomplish what Mr. Brown has accomplished. So, as Mr. Pike would say, the one-stop shop man. So he never only had a vision of just an insurance industry. He wanted the paymaster. We also have to learn to read. We must love to read. He also have the bookstore. We here are also a part of his legacy, right? So there's so much to learn, not just the money that is going in our pockets. And we must believe in what we do. And I want to thank you so much, sir, because through Mrs. Lawrence, you taught me how to make real money. And I'm so hungry that I will definitely take up that challenge that you gave me to beat Kimisha Rowe, because you told me you have a present for me, and I can't wait to see that present. So we want to tell sir, thank you for giving all of us this great opportunity. Stand up and give the boss a big round of applause. Everybody. And you know the slogan, whoop whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
Thank you guys.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to thank you all for coming and for being as attentive. And as I saw Mr. Brown, you see Mr. Brown, one person come to my mind is Zig Ziglar, eh? So I would just leave them with a Zig Ziglar. Because we feel motivated today, but trust me, next week, Tuesday, we might not feel the same as how we're feeling today. And next week, Friday, we probably don't feel the same way. Zig Ziglar said that motivation does not last, but neither does a bath. And that's why we do it every day. So keep yourself motivated, right? And do well. Lift yourself, lift your production, lift your vision, lift your earnings, lift your activity, and end 2024 in a much higher place. God bless you. Have a great day.
You can depend on me. Yeah. I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. Anytime the trouble is on, I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. When you need someone around, you know I'll be your friend. 'Cause I'm in your corner. Anytime the trouble is on you, I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner, and I'm never gonna let you down.
And if we lose it all and everything slide out, them on the big ride, she stand up by the king side. I'm some dog, I hold it up on the inside. One call and them still smile, one down the thing vibe. In your corner like the coach, the ringside, yeah. From we used to know no clothes, catch no swing my way. Enough patrol in the road, but never switch I say. And if we fight to fight to death, that's the right way. Yeah.
So when I call him my brother, I mean it. What's thicker than blood? I breathe this. I'm not leaving. Share the food, make we feed together. Defend the time we will bleed together. I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. Anytime the trouble is on, I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. When you need someone around, you know I'll be your friend. Me in your corner, yeah. I'm in your corner. I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. Oh, yes I am, whoa.
Say she loyal to the grave, me hope you not straight. Hope you not change your mind, but know the heart still. Yeah, my dog, them my dog, till the last day. Hope them not sell me out for the fast pay. In your corner like the cold shot and bring side. I tell us of a fighter. Never switch when you get rough, yeah, we survive stand. Yeah, the family come first until me left.
When me say love your sister, I mean it. What's thicker than blood? I bring this. I'm not leaving. Share the food, make we feed together. Defend the time we will bleed together. I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. Anytime the trouble is on, I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. When you need someone around, you know I'll be your friend. Cause I'm in your corner. Yeah, I'm in your corner. I'm in your corner, friend. Cause I'm in your corner. And I'm never gonna let you down.
Yeah, me solid from the start before no food I eat. From a belly have no shoes and from the roof I leak. I try to get to the paper man, I'm on over street. I know the table turn the tune and be the youth a reaper. Whatever they them there, remember the crew now we. No girl couldn't sing the ship and money couldn't do it. Now I the glory from a farm, I want to look to see it. I put my bread up on a plane, hell we used to sleep there. Remember them days, and if the house and everything said. They would just stand up by the king's side.
I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. Anytime the trouble is on, I'm in your corner, friend. I'm in your corner. When you need someone around, you know I'll be.
Yeah, Otto. Yeah, Jelly Balls. Unruly, you know.
Lose a couple friends and start with more. Greatness man I ignore. The outside man no ignore. I don't drop it like a Babylon where we live for. My life sweet like a ensure. Blessings are flow and we get more. You ma fi watch you elevate. Ma fi watch you elevate. They ma fi watch you elevate. You ma fi watch you elevate. Every time we celebrate. You ma fi watch you elevate. While they ma fight and segregate. They ma fi watch you elevate. Start to see, and you find the truth. Have your eyes to see, like a kite will flew. You don't like this shit, me don't like it too. If you watch you elevate, if you watch you elevate.